Hello all, and welcome back to Chreos Gaming. I am continuing my playthrough of Morrowind as the Khajit Thief Drolan, who is currently in the process of trying to be named the Nerevarine by all of the various members of the Ashlander tribes. So in the last video, I was able to find a safe place, well, make a safe place by killing off some cultists. But find a safe place for the Ahammusa tribe, and now I am off to the Zainab camp to find out what it is they require to be able to name me the Zainab Nerevarine. So I will come back in when I reach Zainab camp, and we'll see what their wise woman says. And this is Zainab camp. In the last camp, when I was talking to the Ahammusa, they said that the wise woman said I was supposed to, as a courtesy, start with the Gulakans or the Ashkan. I'm implying the or the Ashkan. So in Zainab camp, I'm gonna try talking to the Ashkan first and see what he says. He says, "So, you are Drolan, the Outlander who claims to fulfill the Nerevarine prophecies. You are welcome to our hospitality, Outlander. But you must tell us, how can an Outlander be the Nerevarine?" Well, let me ask you about hospitality first. "Travelers are always welcome here, Outlander, and all that is required is that you speak and act with courtesy, and you share your news of the outside world to pay for your hospitality. For a wise chief keeps himself informed about events. What about news? Thank you for sharing these tales and rumors. For our part, we have little news. We hear other tribes are troubled by blight, storms, and monsters. But we are the mighty Zainab, and such things do not bother us." Okay, what do you know about Nerevarine prophecies? "Yes, we know of the prophecies. We know there are many prophecies, all of them mysterious and obscure. Our wise woman, Sonomu Zabamat, has told her chief all about these prophecies and given her interpretations. A certain day to uncertain parents, the curse of flesh before him flies. In caverns dark Azura's eye sees, and makes to shine the moon and star. Standard prophet talk, voices and verses. Very interesting, but true, who can tell?" And if I ask you about Nerevarine, "We have heard the rumors. We know you to be the Outlander who claims to fulfill the Nerevarine prophecies. But teach us, Drolan, how could an Outlander be the Nerevarine?" Politely steer the conversation away from the topic? It doesn't. Tell your story, show your proofs, and ask to be named Nerevarine. Yeah, let's go with that. "Ho ho, excuse me. Do not think me rude, but seriously, do you believe this story yourself? I mean no offense, but you must admit you are an Outlander and completely ignorant of our ways. How could you ever be our war leader? What sensible Ashkan would ever choose you to lead the tribes? Ho ho. Ask Kashad to set you a task. Yes, let's do that. Very well. A vampire named Calvario has taken refuge in nearby Narano ancestral tomb. If you are as worthy as you say you are, it should be a small matter for you to dispose of this vampire. There, you have your task. Now perhaps you would leave me in peace for a bit." Well, in a bit. I need to know who Calvario is. "He's a vampire, a young one, but quite dangerous, of course. As I'm sure an adventurer of your wide experience would know, probably driven out of his lair by older, more powerful vampires. I would never offer advice to someone of your reputation, but perhaps a visit to the potion makers and enchanters of Tel Voss and Tel Mora might be in order. I don't use them myself, but they say potions and scrolls can be quite handy in a tight spot." Right? What do you know about vampires? "Vampires are monsters that feed on human blood. Once they were human, like you and me, but you're an elf. But they get the blood disease from another vampire, and they become vampires themselves. That's why they still exist. Everyone hates them, yet no one wants to come near one. But doesn't prophecy say the Nerevarine has nothing to fear from disease? So you have nothing to worry about, I'm sure." And then finally, where is Narano Ancestral Tomb? "It is to the north, but you are a stranger and may get lost. Listen. Go west from our camp until you reach the mountain, then turn north and follow the mountains, keeping them on your left. When you pass the ruins of Nushleft, keep your eyes to the east. looking for an entrance flanked by 2 trees on the western slope of a hill in the center of the Gravelands. That will be Nerano Ancestral Tomb. Alright, well, I have my task, apparently. And no, there is no obvious location. So, I'm gonna go see if I can find Nerano Ancestral Tomb, and I will come back in when I do. Alright, so I'm pretty sure this is going to be the Nerano Ancestral Tomb. His directions were pretty good. If you go straight west from Zainab Camp, there's actually a path that you could take into the mountains. So I turned just before going into the mountains with that path. The mountains are basically just marked by being this gray area. Neuschleft was there, and just beyond Neuschleft, keeping my eyes to the east, I saw this. So I am, you know, it's nice that sometimes the game actually does give you good information about how to get somewhere. So in we go, because I'm trying to kill a vampire. That's why I'm here. I had forgotten about that, or well, not forgotten, I just had to try and remember. So it looks like they're a greater bone walker. Pretty sure I've encountered these before, but maybe not the greater ones. Maybe what I've encountered were just the bone walkers. I'll dispose of the corpse. Danders, huh? Well, he has some gold on him, and a wooden staff, and just some common stuff, but he's named, which is interesting. I do wonder if perhaps there might be some other reason, or not other reason, but like if some other quest would also result in needing to come down here and engage. Oh, there's multiple people who have died here. That's intriguing.
Something about a vampire?
Well, yeah. But, so yes, something about a vampire, but at the same time, what I'm curious about is, like, why are they here, is primarily what it is. Is there some reason that, are they vampire hunters, you know, are they Nerano themselves, and they came to pay respects, and were attacked by the vampire? For example, this individual has a rusty key into the Andaran tomb, and I don't know if the Andaran tomb is different than or the same as. Key to Nerano chest, that's nice. Although I'd much rather pick the lock, but, you know, can't always. Speaking of picking the lock. Oh, nope, this way is correct. And I've got a whole lot of stuff that I will need to dump off at the end of this. I don't care about soul gems with this character. Later I will. Alright, note from Bacharach. Okay. It says, Morris, you boys better clear out. Our position was given away and we were raided by that bastard Goris. He sent a small band of the dead to Drolan and wiped out all but Leuven. He was able to make it back here to Nullus to warn us. We are clearing out and heading for a new location. I suggest you and your boys get out of there as soon as possible. We have a snitch in our organization. You let me find out who it is, and I'll feed their flesh to the crabs. It seems as though he knows all of our raiding routes. It's just a matter of time before Goris sends them damned and dead your way. I'll never turn those goods over to that necro. What's fair is fair, and he had to pay up. You know where I'm coming from. I'm sending Ursine to deliver this message to you. She will deliver a key so you can gain entry into the rendezvous point. See you soon, and good luck, brother. Bacharach. So Ursine was one of the folks dead on the ground here. I think that was, yep. Well, it did not go well for them.
And that's probably why there's the key to the other tomb.
Yep. The Ransom of Zarek gives me athletic skill. Very nice. Okay, well, I will take that. And then crate is empty, crate is empty, crate is empty. Well, that's a bummer. Barrel is empty. I was hoping for more gold. There we go. Speaking of more gold, that's 25. That's nice. So so apparently, if I understood that correctly, a necromancer has been, that doesn't sound good, or a necromancer sent the undead after these guys because these guys, Hearthbelt, please. made him pay money for something they did. Oh, hey, the door's trapped. I should fix that before trying to open it. Yay, success. And then there's something undead on the other side. At least that's what the sound suggests. Is a ghost. Ancestor's ghost. Is now a dead ghost. Nice. And that's probably the vampire? It's going to be my guess. Cheap fire resistance. I don't care about fire resistance potions. Calvario. Yep. Oh. Well, I was going to see if he was aggressive, but apparently he is. Well, that was incredibly easy for a vampire. It's one of those things where you wonder, was that too easy or will they come back? But I don't think the game... Oh, hey, it's a trap chest again. It has a steel left gauntlet. That's it? It seems fairly small. And this seems like a fairly small task. Well, other than he's a vampire. But seems like a fairly small task to be named Nerevarine. It's just it's a short... Meh, I don't care about rat meat. It's a short dungeon. There was the travel time to get here, I suppose. Oh, there was an axe. I didn't notice that.
Well, that could say something about his expectations of how hardy you are.
This is true. He could have a very low opinion of this individual trying to claim to be the Nerevarine. But I'll go let him know that I completed his task, as simple as it was, and we'll see if somebody else has a separate task for me. Alright, back at Zainab Camp, and there was some creature combat, as is usual, and going over land, and including a fight with an Ogrim, I think is what they called it, which is one of the type of Daedra in this game. So, Khajit, welcome, Outlander. What was the name of the place? Nerano Ancestral Tomb is to the north, but you are a stranger. But I killed the guy. What was his name? Calvario. Dead. Well then, perhaps I was mistaken. Perhaps you should be the Nerevarine. Well, so you killed the vampire Calvario. Ahem. Well, I will be happy to acknowledge you as Zainab Nerevarine, but it is customary for one seeking an honor from the Ashkan to offer the Ashkan a generous gift as a mark of respect. Because you are an outlander and do not know our customs, I will do you the great favor of naming the gift I wish to receive. A highborn Telvanni bride, a pretty one, plump, with big hips, to bring me many sons. Where will you find a highborn Telvanni bride? That is simple. You should visit highborn Telvanni lords and inform them that Ashkan Khajit of the lordly Zainab would do them the honor of making their daughter his bride. Surely many Telvanni lords would be honored to receive such an offer. Consider carefully the many daughters offered, and choose for me the finest. Take counsel with my wise woman, Sanumu Zabamat. She knows my mind well in such matters. Didn't...
Oh dear.
Yeah, I figured that was going to be too easy. Alright. I wonder if Telfear, Devaith Fear, he's got quite a few clones is what I think they are, that he refers to as daughters. I don't know if he counts as a Telvanni lord, but maybe he'd be willing to send somebody. I am Sanumu Zabamat, wise woman of the Zainab. Do you come for my services or my counsel? I come for your counsel. Khajit wants a Telvanni bride, eh? No highborn Telvanni would wed an Ashlander, but I have a plan. Go to my friend Seville Emain, slave mistress of the festival slave market in Tel Arun, and tell her you need a pretty Dunmer slave to pose as a Telvanni lady. Then Seville Emain will tell you what clothes to buy, and will dress her like a highborn Telvanni. Then escort the pretty slave to Zainab Camp and present her to Ashkan Khajit as a highborn Telvanni bride. He won't know the difference. Alright, Seville Emain. Seville Emain is the slave mistress of the festival slave market in Tel Arun. The market is on the northwest side of the village. That's where you'll find her. And Tellarune. Tellarune is the wizard's tower and village of the Telvanni Archmagister Gothrin. Let me mark it on your map. Travel cross-country to the southeast until you reach the water. Tellarune is on an island in Zephyrbell Bay, a long swim from shore. From the Dunmer stronghold in Doranion, go south. From Sadrith Mora, Tellarune is due west. From Telfir, Tellarune is north. Here's another landmark. Theralis' ancestral tomb is on the mainland near the bay. Tellarune is the second island southeast from this tomb. Okay, what do you say about Ashkan Kashad himself? He is a clever Ashkan and a very great man. He is not a modest man. He is very proud and conscious of his rights and honors. It is fortunate for our tribe that he heeds the counsels of his modest and loyal wise woman. And counsel, she says the same thing. What services? Just out of curiosity. I sell potions and spells, charms and marvels, and I can teach you some of what I know, if you can pay. Fair enough. Alright, so he is of clever Ashkan, a very great man. He is not a modest man. Alright, I think I talked about everything. So now I have to find my way to Tellarune from here. So I'll go look at the map real quick, because this is... That's Tellarune. Yeah, so it's pretty much just straight southeast. Because I mean, if I try, I could come up to Voss, and then I might be able to take a boat from Voss to Tellarune. And that could be the fastest way to accomplish this.
And give you more magic to spam.
This is true. So yeah, I will do that most likely, and then maybe reverse it to come back. But I will still cut in when I get to Tellarune and find the individual they're talking about. Alright, so I am in Tellarune now. I have to find the northwest side of the village and figure out Tellarune Underground. No, I don't think that... I guess, well, is the underground actually what I want? Maybe? I don't remember how Tellarune is laid out. Maybe, well, hold on, I should have switched to local. This goes to Tellarune proper. Yeah, so apparently there's this barrier between... You have to go through the underground to... Because that goes somewhere. To find it, and then this is just ground door to Tellarune. So, northwest side. That's where I was. A trader. Oh, I have reduced strength for some reason. So is this the northwest side? Because I'm on the northwest side based on this. Oh, wow. Okay. You're just a guard, right? Well, maybe just a guard. Yeah, because all of these folks look the same. That's getting out into... Huh. So what does this say? This says... Trader. Okay. That's the Tellarune Tower entry. Pot and plaster. This looks like it could be... Is this just pot and plaster? It was. What is this? Apothecary. Well, maybe I ought to ask after the individual and see what somebody says. I don't know you. What do you want? I want to know if you know where... Nope, because her name started with an I. So you don't... You will not tell me. Alright, what about here? This is an enchanter. I feel like I'm climbing the tower. Yeah, that's a Tellarune Tower entry. So... That was the underground, which is where I came from. Is there more that is the town than this? Because this looks like the town. Living quarters, upper tower, tower entry, the smith, the apothecary, the trader, What am I missing?
Well, there's 3 doubts by you.
Yeah, tower living quarters, tower entry, and
Okay.
upper tower. That's Marin Evs, the enchanter.
But I don't think you'd be northwest where you are.
Which way is down? This way is down. It just doesn't look like it at the moment. Yeah, I was expecting it to be fairly easy to find the individual I'm looking for, but that's the enchanter again, which I already looked at. Maybe the underground is where I'm supposed to find the individual. Oh, okay. Yes, I walked right past, apparently. So, oh, it's also Seville Emain, so I may have been able to ask him. Welcome, Drolan, to the Festival Slave Market, the finest slaves in Vardafell. I am Seville Emain, and I know we have the slave for you. Are you looking for standard household slaves, Drolan? Are you looking for something special? You know, I'd really rather not have to do this with a slave at all, but that seems to be what the wise woman thinks to be successful, and the fate of Vardenfell seems to be at stake. Anyway. Something special, please. You need a slave to pose as a highborn Telvanni lady. Sweet Alma, that Sanumu Zabamat and her cunning plans. I do have the slave you want, Allura Lervu, a pretty Dunmer girl, but first you must get an exquisite shirt, an exquisite skirt, and exquisite shoes to dress her in. Go get these exquisite clothes and bring them to me, and then we will discuss a price for her. Where you can get exquisite clothes? Tell Mora. Elegnan the clothier. She has some very nice things. See these clothes I'm wearing? Exquisite shirt, exquisite skirt, exquisite shoes. I bought them at her shop. Maybe you should try her. When you have the exquisite clothes, we can talk about the something special you are looking for. All right, and Telmora? Telmora is the Telvanni Tower of Mistress Drotha, an ancient wizard of the Telvanni Council. The small settlement includes a few craftsfolk and a trade house. Telmora is a good distance north along the coast. You could travel cross-country, but travel by ship to Telmora is cheap and reliable from the Teleroon docks south of here. Dang nabbit.
And you get to spam more.
Yeah. I have not been stealing clothes because I don't have a use for keeping them. So I have just been setting them, leaving them in place. And apparently, if I'd known, I could have saved a set of exquisite stuff. Now, granted, I'd have to head all the way back to Balmora to pick them up, since that's where I've been storing stuff, but still, I wouldn't have to spend money on it. Oh, wait a second. I'm a thief. I may not have to spend money on it anyway. Balmora, please. I can see if I can find the clothier's shop and just be sneaky enough to not have to worry about. Of course, that would... I don't remember the name of the clothier at this point, so that's going to be its own issue. I'm so bad at that. All right. Trader. A house. Now, there's a wizard's tower, an apothecary, a smith, another house. So if there's a wizard's tower here, there is a chance that I could find exquisite clothes in the wizard's tower. Give me just a moment, because actually one of the things I want is
Where do you hail, friend?
repair hammers. So I'm going to be nice to this individual, just buy the 2 apprentice hammers offer, because I am out of repair hammers otherwise. Figure I can do that while I'm here. All right, I am going to go see if I can find in the tower, what do you call it? Right, the tower, I think, if I remember right, I had to come down here. Anyway, if I can find exquisite clothes inside the tower.
And it would make sense if she's supposed to pose as highborn Telvanni, you'd use actual highborn Telvanni clothing.
Yep. Not that, well, his wise woman appears to think that he wouldn't know the difference. And I wouldn't surprise me if he wouldn't know the difference, frankly. Was this not? Okay, I remember this place and being unable to figure out how any of it worked as far as getting up to what's her name. So, with that, I'm just gonna go grab my handy dandy wizard staff, which maybe the wizard staff actually isn't the best option at the moment. Let me grab the travel pants instead.
Or use your levitate spell since you have magicka.
Meh. I want to save my magicka for spam in this last 30 seconds, so it's more appropriate to what I'm attempting, I think. Although the 10-second might have worked, I didn't think about coming in here. Alright. I am looking, though, for quarters. That's Telmora, that's Telmora. Because that's really where I'm likely to find the exquisite clothes. This is not the quarters I'm looking for, though. Although there might be exquisite stuff in there. I think instead, that's to Telmora. Oh, she doesn't... Crap. I must have been thinking of somebody else then. Because she doesn't really have a whole lot in her tower. I think it was the one who's losing her mind that I was thinking of as far as... Because this is common. Because these are going to be like guards' quarters and stuff. Yeah, common. Holy Tower Shield, but common stuff. Now she's bound to have quarters somewhere, though. And it just didn't seem like she had them up here. Because, I mean, there's seats, but no bed or anything. So maybe there's somewhere else that she has quarters that I can look in. Just have to keep looking. This is not looking quarters like either. Excuse me. Sorry about that. That goes out to Telmora. So no. Well, one more check. I'll keep going down to this door. See what I can find here. Kitchen. Now this is closer to what I was after, but still common. Still common. Huh. How annoying. Alright. Now then, on to, what do you call it? Plan B of trying to steal from the, what do you call it? Clothier themselves. Oops. Into the water with me. Which means trying to find the clothier too. Apothecary. Smith. Alright. Clothier is on the other side. Okay. Well. Bring back mysticism spam.
Can't you see I wish to be left?
I can't see that you were with me. And it's to the left. So down this way. Looks like. Probably this one. Maybe? Yep. Okay. I am not sneaky at the moment, though.
What is this about, Khajit?
And it's the extravagant?
Exquisite.
Oh, it's the exquisite. Okay, exquisite shirt, exquisite skirt, and exquisite pants. Shoes. Shirt, skirt, and shoes. Okay.
You have my attention.
I did not want your attention. Dang it. Fine. This may not function. I am sneaky now. Still sneaky. Still sneaky. Quick save it in case this goes south.
You're not sneaky.
Thank you. She turned around. Extravagant pants. Exquisite. And I'm after exquisite skirt, shoes, shirt. Okay. She's not going to let me sneaky. Barter. So what is the cost of this going to be? Alright. E is exquisite, so EXQ. Exquisite shirt is 120. Shoes is 80. That's 200 so far. And skirt is another 120. Fine. Just one, please. This is what I get for not stealing stuff early, apparently. Because I don't want to run all over. I mean, if I just went back to Tellarune, not Tellarune, that's where I am. If I just went back to Aldrune, where the Redoran are, I could easily do it there most likely, but I don't want to take that much time and travel. Even though once I'm at a boat, travel actually isn't that bad, but...
Yes, Outlander?
Okay, so please travel back to... Hold on, I am suddenly very confused. Where was I? Tellarune is where I want to go back to, because I'm trying to get back to where the slave market is so I can deliver the shirt, etc. and talk about the price for this particular slave. Alright. Since I expect, well, that attempting to kill her and take the keys would not be an effective way of obtaining the individual, and then who knows about convincing her to follow, etc. Alright. So let us talk again about something special. Good. These clothes are perfect. Hold on to them. You'll give them to her when you've bought her. But I need a little more time to coach Philura Lervu to play the part of a highborn Telvanni lady. I know just the thing we need. Go get a bottle of Telvanni Bugmusk perfume. Try Bildrin Ereleth, the apothecary, here in Tellarune, or Jolda, the apothecary, in Telmora. That will make Philura Lervu completely irresistible. Go. Hurry. Alright, so I need to find the apothecary here, which I do remember seeing their trader. Apothecary. Okay. So that's the trader. I recognize that symbol. The apothecary then is right there. Awesome. Alright. Come on. On the bright side. Why can I? There we go. I'm looking for Telvanni Bugmusk. Sold out notice. Sorry, I'm temporarily out of stock of potions useful in the treatment of common physical ailments. Please check back at a later date. Thank you for your patronage. Well, I already spent money on clothes, so might as well take advantage of my skill set and do what I can. Alright. Oops. What say you now? Back to something special again. You have the Telvanni Bugmusk? Excellent. No, don't give it to me. You'll give it to her when you have bought her. Now, let me tell you my price. For this superb specimen, skillfully coached to play her part in your little scheme, I am pleased to accept from you the modest sum of 1,200 drakes. They only offer you this special price out of my friendship for Sanumu Zabamat. Let me consider your offer. Of course, but don't take too long. I'm sure I'll sell her for twice the price to another client. You suck. 1,200 drakes. Seville's slave pod key has been added to my inventory. 1,200 gold has been removed. My journal has been updated. Okay.
Yes, Outlander?
She's Valerva Lervu.
Someone watching me. I can tell.
Talk to her. Looks down at the ground, waiting for you to speak. Travel together. Are we ready to... I should have asked about her. Oh, well. Are we ready to travel together? No, you should wait here for now. Very well. Goodbye. Right. What if I ask about you? Yes, Sarah. Flerla Lervu of Valathus Haven, daughter of Andrano Lervu, lord of Tel Lervu. Pleased to make your acquaintance. See? Seville Emain has taught me well. I shall be a highborn Telvanni lady, and no one will know the difference, just like a lady. I admit, I am a little anxious about marrying an Ashlander, even an Ashlander chief, but anything is better than being a slave, and I am very tough and smart, and determined to make the best of my chances. But Seville Amaya said you wanted to give me something, some presents. Gave her the exquisite shirt and everything. And then, okay, oh, Sarah, these clothes, they are divine, such a perfume, only the very rich can afford this. Sort of. I shall do everything I can to please you and my new master, that is, my gracious lord and husband-to-be. Come, I am so excited, I cannot wait. Let us travel together to Zainab camp and meet this Zainab lord. Are you ready for me to accompany you to Zainab camp? Yes, please accompany me. Very well, Drolan, now you and I will travel together. When we have arrived in the Ashkan's yurt in Zainab camp, we will speak further about my new bridegroom. Alright, off we go. Back through the underground here to go find the boat again to make our way to Voss. Yes, Voss is where I came from. So I have to take the boat to Voss, and then I have to take her overland back to the camp. And basically hope... Hold on. Where'd she go? I don't like it when they do this. Did you get stuck? You look like you got stuck. There we go. So pathing is apparently somewhat of an issue for NPCs.
Hey, wait for me.
Now my concern is that we start going cross country and she basically just books it. And I spent all of that money on things, and I don't know if the designers would do that, but they might. Come on. Keep up. I suppose if I traveled by boat, she'd have to stick with me, unlike going through doors, but maybe not. Alright, travel to Voss, please. Ah!
Outlander.
Okay, well.
What do you want?
I want to figure out how I'm supposed to get to Zainab camp. And so what I'm going to do is I'll just cut out and I'll cut back in when I get to Zainab. Alright, I have made it back to the camp. She is still with me. There was some combat, quite a few things followed, actually. She has a higher aggro radius, I guess, than I do. But into the Ashkan yurt, and we will see. Yeah, here we go. Yes, Sarah, yes, we are here safely, and this fine man, he is to be my bridegroom. He is very distinguished looking, isn't he? A bit severe, perhaps, but the lines on his face there show that he likes to smile. Oh, Sarah, I think I will be very happy. I certainly hope so, because that ain't cool. Alright, Khajit, greetings, Outlander. Have you returned with my Telvanni bride? I have. This is my new bride. I am very pleased with your gift, Drolan, though she is not so generous in the hips as I would like. I promise to make her a happy bride, and to do her honor as a highborn Telvanni lady, and, as I have said, I will now name you Zainab Nerevarine, war leader of the Zainab, and protector of the people. I must also give you the Zainab thong, an enchanted heirloom of the tribe, which shall be a sign to all Dunmer that the Zainab have named you Nerevarine. Okay, do you say anything new about Nerevarine? Yes, I have named you Zainab Nerevarine, and we will listen with interest for tales of your exploits, Drolan. Okay, well, goodbye. Enjoy your new marriage. And let's see here. What is the Zainab... Nope. Ring... There we go, thong. Detect animal 150 feet for 5 seconds on self. Sure. I don't know that that'll be useful, but maybe. Let's go talk to the wise woman real quick just to see if she has anything more to say about being the Nerevarine. Well, I still have a counsel. Ha, you do not need my counsel, Nerevarine, but I will give you the words of my dream. When the Nerevarine goes to Red Mountain to face Dagoth-Ur, he carries the hearts of his kin with him. Whose hearts? Whose kin? Who knows? Who knows who speaks in my dreams? Alright, what do you say about the Nerevarine? We have heard that our chief has named you Zainab Nerevarine. We are surprised, but our chief is wise, and we trust his judgment. Perhaps some good will come of this. Stranger things have happened. What do you say about Red Mountain? Red Mountain is the great mountain of fire. Ghost fenced, keep evils inside. You say the same thing. What about Dagoth-Ur? Devil in the enemy, beasts and servants. Dagoth-Ur, yes, okay. So you say the same things other people have already said.
What about disturbing dreams?
Yes.
That's in the...
Over here? Okay. What about disturbing dreams? These dreams are the sendings of the Sharmot Dagoth-Ur. They are evil sendings, black lies. Do not listen to these dreams or they will drive you mad. Alright, so I do have some weight left. I can probably handle making it to the last, what are they called? Last tribe in the south, who has a name that starts with an E that I can't remember. Oops, go look at the map. The, Arabinimsum. Yeah, and I'm probably mispronouncing that. Anyway, they are the last group that I have to convince, so that will be my next stop in the next video, and I'll just have to figure out how I want to get there. It might be easiest to run back up to Voss, down to Sadrith Mora, and run across. I mean, as far as lines are concerned, are those two lines any better than that line? I don't know. I'll figure it out. And, well, actually, you know what? I could use... because that's Sadrith Mora, which is where Wolverine Hall is. If I use the ring of... the Divine Intervention, it'll probably take me to Sadrith Mora. I'll probably try that. But anyway, that's for the next video when I go try to get the Arabinimsum to name me Nerevarine. For now, thanks all. Hello all, and thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please click the like button below. You can also subscribe using the channel image in the center of the video. If you are interested in more content in this video series, to the left is a link to the full playlist. Alternatively, when it is available, to the right will be a link to the next video in the series. Thanks all.